watching the Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Health and healing, every person, every time.
Welcome to Duchesne High School, home of the 2016 State Championship football team. Give it up, guys. Let's go. Is that the best you guys have? You just won the state championship. Come on, give me one more. Well, they've been partying for 3 days, so we can't expect them to be too high. We're here at the championship celebration. We have with us Kurt Skews. I've been calling him the voice of the Eagles all year. Kurt, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Glad to be here, man.
Yeah, after the championship game, there's nothing else to talk about, so we brought the Sports Spin here to Duchesne High School. We're going to go to the week rewind right now. And Kurt, you were at the game, right?
Absolutely.
So let's roll this highlight package, and why don't we take a look at it right here on the screen, and you can tell me about this, but right off the bat, we got a throw, and look at this. Who catches it?
Look at
Not the
Weston
team in red.
Not the team in red.
That's our boy right here. Put it up, right? And then here's a run. And, boy, you know, Skews, one thing I know about him, he doesn't shy away from contact, even if the clock's running out. Then we got Paulson again, right up the middle for what, 3 hard yards right there? Something. And here's the game changer. This
Grail.
is a pick, just maybe a little bit underthrown. Grail tips it up to himself, and he gone with a little bit of help from his friends. Who's number 72? Put your hand
Gatlin
up.
Thompson right there in the back.
That happens. That score changes it. That's a championship play right there. And then we see here the screen setting it up all season long. And look at the blocking from Lamborn and Roberts. That is something else. I don't even know who the runner is. All I know is who the blocker is.
Jaron Mortensen right there, sitting right there, the sophomore.
All year long, I saw you running that ball. And there's the week rewind. What do you say about those plays?
You know what? Especially the one with Grail. I was up pacing behind the bleachers, and I ran from goal line to goal line, and just went crazy. The crowd got into it right then. It was awesome. It was so cool.
This is a de facto home game for Kanab. What is it, 80 miles from their home?
Oh, yeah,
hometown?
an hour at the most.
And then you guys have to travel 6 hours? Was that what the travel was?
Yeah.
And then you're down 6-10 at halftime. I mean, was there doubt? Was there doubt, guys? No doubt? No doubt. This is a team that's beat you twice the last 2 years, beat you this year in the regular season, down 10-6.
You know what, though? We knew Coach Cowan had a plan. Coach Cowan, they'd been scheming for it all week, and at least me and the crowd, I believed in them. I'm pretty sure they believed in themselves, and we knew they were going to come out and it was going to be tough.
Yeah, and in a game that ends with a 2-point spread, we picked you to win on the Sports Spin. We had you guys as the winners. I knew it was going to be a dogfight. Turns out being a dogfight, but state champions. Can't take that away from Duchesne. Number 6 for Jerry Cowan, and what a legacy here at Duchesne High School.
Absolutely. You know, that's when I was over there on the Sports Spin last time, and you asked me, you know, what's the plan? And I said, you know, that's been the plan since day one is to win, to take state. And they came through and they did it.
They did it indeed. All right, we're going to be right back here live at Duchesne High School.
I'm Amanda Hartman. I'm the new Director of Nursing here at the Villa. Here at the Villa, it's far more than a nurse-patient relationship. You truly are like a family. We have a community here, we have neighborhoods within our community, and we create lasting relationships that mirror that of our own families.
We're kind of just one big family because we're their sole providers, and we spend a lot of time with each and every resident. Even our rehab patients are here for months at a time, so we really create a family-like environment with them also.
We're back here live at Duchesne High School, and I have with me from the first team, all hair, Steven Skews and Kenyon Kilbasa. And I tell you what, Head & Shoulders is going to sponsor this segment after this. So, hey guys, what, state champions?
Yeah, that's
How many is this for you guys?
2.
2?
Yeah, this is our
Both of you?
second.
You gonna wear rings on one hand or one on each hand? How are you going to do that?
I'm feeling one on each hand.
One on each hand. That way, no matter which hand the ladies look at, they see the championship ring. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
All right. Hey, on the L&L Monster replay right now, last week we had Steven Skews had 2 plays. We thought you were going to win. In the studio, dude, I said you had a 66% chance to win.
Yeah, I remember listening to
Yeah.
that.
Well, this is the play you lost to. It's called the catch. It goes to the back of the end zone, and it's the toe tap at the end. That's
Jerry
incredible.
Martinson.
Pass, catch. Which part was better about that?
I'm going to say the catch. I mean, the pass was perfect, and Jaron just went up and caught it and did what he does.
I mean, Kielbasa, you got an independent view here. You weren't on that play or his plays, right? Which one would you say was worthy of the win?
I'm going to go with Jaron's. That was pretty good teamwork by the QB and
I
tight
mean, that
end
throw,
there.
though, dude, he had a window of about this much to get that ball through.
Yeah.
That's pretty spectacular throw. Okay, so that was from, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks
Heck with
ago.
that. Let's go to the state championship game. What do you guys say? Down in southern Utah?
Let's go.
Yeah.
How was that field? Was that awesome to play on or what?
Yeah, it was a great feeling, especially to win.
To win against Kanab. I mean, did you stop smiling for 24 hours?
I didn't.
No.
No, didn't stop smiling. Let's look at play number 2. We're going to go to it right here on the L&L Monster replay. And this is the game changer. There's a ball up in the air and picked off, but it's the tip drill. How often you guys practice tip drill?
A lot.
I mean, and then running back to the house. And who was that? Mortensen that cut that?
That was Grail on that
No,
one.
that's Ammon Grail. Okay, Ammon
Yeah.
Grail. Yeah, Mortensen's number 2. So Grail, and he picked up a big-time block at the end. You know, that block, who knows the way offense is being played or defense is being played. If he gets stopped at the 20, do you think he even score there?
I feel like we would. You know, they stopped us a couple of times, short, real close. But I feel like we had the momentum at that point, and we were going to score.
So that's play number 2. Let's go to play number 3. And this is going to be just something to set up all game long. We call it rope-a-dope. Suck the defensive line in and throw the screen out to Mortensen. And Mortensen dives for the end zone, nearly gets collared at the 5-yard line. How excited were you guys when that play happened?
I was
Now, where were
super
you at
excited.
when that happened, Kielbasa?
Cheering on the
What's that?
sideline. Cheering on the
Oh,
sideline.
you weren't in there?
No.
No, defensive only, huh? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
hearing?
Yeah.
So there's a game, 1917 final score?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did that feel when you put your hands on the trophy for the first time?
You know, when they announced our names, it was unreal. You
Yeah.
know, so
Better than the first time?
oh yeah, it meant a little more too.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. First team all here. Kenyon Kielbasa and Steven Skews here from Duchesne High School. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Spin. We are on the spin cycle with state championship head coach Jerry Cowan. That's number 5, one for each hand, one for each finger, right?
It's actually number 6, so we're working on
Wow,
the other
I'm
hand.
down 1. 6. See, that's why you got to do your homework before the show starts. You made fun of me for doing my homework, so you got to get 4 more to get a full 2 hands worth. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, we're just happy to get this one, so we'll worry about the other ones when we get there.
Let's roll this back. What was it? 2 seasons ago, quarterfinals. You're playing Kanab, and you lose 27-21 in that game. Is this some sweet revenge right here on a game that they ended the streak, and then you got back at them in the state championship game?
Yeah, actually, the last 2 years we've lost to them. 2 years ago in the quarterfinals, last year in the semifinals, and they were both close games. And, you know, so this year they beat us in the regular season, so they kind of been getting our number. And, I guess we kind of got a little revenge and got the one that mattered the most. That's the state championship.
So walk this back with me. You're down 6-10, right? And it's halftime. Are the boys down on themselves? Do you feel pressure at that point? What's the conversation like? What changed so that you were able to come back and win that game?
Well, we were definitely a little bit down. I mean, anytime you go in the locker room losing, they just kicked a field goal at the end of the half, so it was kind of momentum was kind of leaning towards them. And, we took them into the locker room and made a couple minor adjustments, but really we just challenged them. We told them, I didn't actually remember this till after the game, but one of my coaches told me, I told them if we score on defense or special teams this half, we'll win the game, and that's ultimately what happened.
Yeah, you had a pick six. Who was it that had the pick six?
It was Ammon Grell.
Is Grell out here in the audience? Where's it? Get over here, Ammon. Pick six. That deserves you coming on the spin cycle special. Come right over here. I mean, what did you see on that play? How did it come back? And did you know touchdown as soon as you had it?
No. At first I didn't know at first, but once I got farther down, saw my blocker, then I knew I was gone. I just went, and once I passed that last guy, I knew I was there.
You said the key word, and that's something you watch. As we watch every one of these replays back here, it's not the person that does the running usually, even though Skews would tell you something different. Yeah. He'd be like, it's all me. Every one of his touchdowns I watch, he's not touched until he's 25 yards down the field, and then it's a high step out of the ankle tackle. I mean, so the downfield blocking, that's amazing. I mean, did you know you had the championship when that happened?
It took me a little bit to realize, but then once Coach told me that, he's just like, that was the game. You changed the game, and then I knew, it was going to change the game. And then once that happened and we got on defense, they scored, but then we got the ball back, and I knew it was right there, we had it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, state championship. That's something no one can take from you. Let's go back into the game. Thanks, Ammon. The other thing I notice is the screenplay. That's something that you do, it seems like 2 or 3 times a game. Yeah. Did you notice something over pursuit, some things like that decided, okay, it's time to call that play at that moment in the game?
You did do your homework.
Yeah.
We'd been setting that play up, honestly, since the Rich game, which was about 5 weeks ago. We ran an unbalanced formation, and 99% of the time we were going to that side. And, we talked 5-6 weeks ago when we were putting that in, one play we're going to set up with this screen, and it's going to work for us one day, one game, and hopefully against the Kanab, because that was ultimately when we figured we were really going to need it. And, we've ran screens all year, and we've had, honestly, a lot of hard time with screens this year. We've had a lot of tackles for loss, and that was our best screen on the best possible time to do it. Jack Roberts and Cade Lamborn come out and popped it open for Mortensen, and he did the rest.
Yeah, you said the 2 names I was going to bring up, because they were over there and they were talking about highlight plays, and they said, what about the blockers? And it was right, Roberts and Lamborn. And Lamborn, he actually did it with his back to the play. He just felt the guy and kind of stood up and blocked him, but it was enough to spring that hole.
Yeah, and got to give Spencer some credit too. He kind of drew the defense to the right, and he's a little short quarterback, so he had to throw it over a handful of guys, and he put good touch on it. But you hit it with our line. Our offensive and defensive lines this year were just so strong for us, and it made everyone's job easier. But yeah, you get a guy like Mortensen. He's a sophomore, and he hadn't been used a lot. We kind of I felt underutilized him a lot this year, and that's not his fault or our fault. It's just we had other talent. But when it mattered most, he made the biggest offensive play of the year for us.
Yeah, definitely so. Here on the spin cycle, 6-time championship head coach Jerry Cowan. Thanks so much, Jerry, for joining us. How about it from the crowd for Jerry Cowan? Here we go. Thanks so much. We'll be right back after this break.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the Basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be, because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Welcome to the Fast Dash here at Duchesne High School. And joining me live is with me Chris Bills and Tyler Betts, right? Which way do I have it? I'll talk in the microphone so the people at home can hear you.
Tyler Betts, Chris Bills.
Yeah, all right. So we didn't do Calls of the Week, and Calls of the Week is where we try to figure out what's going to happen next week. You guys ready to help me with Calls of the Week before we get to the Fast Dash?
I guess so.
Sure. All right. Call of the Week number 1. Duchesne goes undefeated next year.
I think they got a pretty good chance.
Duchesne, okay. Call of the Week number 2. Duchesne repeats as state champion.
Yeah, they got a good chance.
That's a yes and a yes. All right, guys. Here's the rules of the Fast Dash. I'm going to put a minute up on the clock. I'm going to ask you some questions. Answer it however you want, one word, or if you want to put more into that, it's up to you. By the way, this is the third all first team hair guy we've had on here. I mean, Johnson & Johnson, Head and Shoulders, does well here at Duchesne High School. Is that right?
That's our sponsor.
Yep, that's your sponsor?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Minute on the clock. Long hair or crew cut?
Long hair.
Crew cut.
Yeah, all right. I knew that was going to be the answer. SUU or Weber State?
SUU.
Weber.
Ooh, we had a little bit of a divergence there. Okay. Beating Kanab or being state champion?
Beating Kanab.
Yeah.
That's a trick question since one happened and made the other one come true.
Can't we just do both?
Both. There we go. That's
both.
the right answer. Okay. Which finger for the championship ring?
Ring finger.
Ring finger.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, all right. Let's see. Would you rather throw a pie at Cowan or Hoops?
Cowan.
Cowan.
Okay, no doubt about it. How many times has that guy cussed you out?
More.
A lot.
Unbelievable.
Dude, he cussed me out one game.
In the last week.
Right. In the last week. All right. Let's see. Game night or date night?
Game night.
Game night.
I figured 2 football players would say that. Football or any other sport?
Football.
Oh, yeah, football.
Football, nothing else. Let's see. Hot dog or hamburger?
Hamburger.
Hamburger, right? Hot dog, did you hear that? All right. Hey, they picked hamburger, just so you know. All right. State champions, how does that feel?
Feels great.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, I can believe it. I watched you guys play football all year. I knew Kanab was going to be a dogfight. Well done. At what point did you know you had the state championship game won?
When the Ammon run it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as he caught that, I was playing, and as soon as he caught it, I was trying to help block him, and I run up and gave him a big hug. I felt so happy. And it was just unbelievable feeling.
They'll never take it away from you guys. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Sports Spin presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Health and healing, every person, every time. Hey, remember to like us on Twitter and Facebook. And we'll see you next week here on the Sports Spin. State championship for Duchesne Eagles. 2016 state champion Duchesne Eagles on 3.
We hit the field like all day, like all night, like white and blue, like outscore, like and a sound like and a sound like and a sound like.